my biggest concerns is it's not how Denver has struggled with the zone. It's how they've struggled to do anything to stop Miami from making shots. I just can't figure out what is going on with their defense. Like they got disconnected early on in game 2 in a way that in game 1 they weren't. I mean, game 1 they were pretty good, I thought, at least from a communication standpoint, movement. Game 2 they just looked sluggish. I don't feel like they had the same amount of I mean, Michael Malone said it. I don't feel like they had the same amount of effort on defense. And Miami, that's the thing that they do, right? Like the baseline is your ceiling. And so you've got to match that no matter what, or you're going to lose a game like this. I mean, this is a pure Miami Heat culture win, but also they played really, really well. You know, they show up to game 2. Everybody's writing them off for days. They show up to game 2 and win. That's the sort of stuff that we expect out of them. So I wasn't surprised that they really picked this one up. I've been surprised by how it played out, though.
The one thing about their defense is about Denver's defense is like I agree with Mike Malone after game 1 where he was like they got 16 wide open threes. They only made 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
I don't think their defense was good in the first half. And the thing that masked it was Miami didn't make shots.
Right.
And Denver did. And so Denver's up 15-16. Everyone goes, oh, well, I guess this series is over. And it's like, no, that's not like I actually thought that their defense could have been a lot better. And it picked up in the second half. And even in the fourth quarter of game 1, when Miami got a little bit going, it's Kyle Lowry hitting shots at 78 years old. And it's, I didn't know what to do with that fourth quarter, but in game 2, like, yeah, those shots fell early. Max Strus hit early, and I think that was a big relief. And then Trey, like, I think Tom Haberstroh threw the stat out where it was like in Denver NBA Finals, Miami got hit by a 40-14 run, right? A 40-14 run, and they end up winning that game. That's crazy impressive to have that kind of ability to weather the storm, because we've seen Denver just they're just a tidal wave that hits you when that offense gets going, and they found a way to take that and then clamp down in the second half and get back to the defensive roots.
Yeah, when you think about just all the adjustments that was made from the offense to the defense, when you think about the first half, right, on offense, they were doing more picks. They had their shooter setting the screens and then just flaring out to the corner. There's no recovery for the Denver's defense. Like usually there's a guy flying out. They had nothing for that. The shooters, you know what I mean, had better looks. They were able to like get their feet up under them and knock down the shots. And then you think about on the defensive end throughout the second quarter on to the end of the game, they're pressing and then getting into amoeba and just kind of rotating in this man zone that just was kind of throwing them off. But like you guys mentioned earlier, you know what I mean? Like just being able to make those adjustments and staying disciplined to it. Both of these teams are both disciplined teams that stick to what they do. You know what I mean? You're not going to see Jokic go into panic mode when they're losing the lead. They stick to whatever that works, and then they go with it that way. But it's very impressive to see Miami fight out of that corner, especially such a big run as they responded to, and then was just able to just go on in business as usual and finish the game. I think it was close to 7 minutes left in the game. I'm just looking like, they're really about to do this. You know what I mean? Like, and both of these teams have been disrespected all season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just to be fair, just to be honest, and I can admit
Miami
that I was
deserved
wrong.
the disrespect during the regular season, though.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they've kind of played around all regular season and then put their hard hats on when it really counts. And I mean, it's no disrespect to the regular season, but postseason is what Spo and company, that's what he does. You know what I mean? He's going to give you his best shot. And sometimes the best shot ends up in the driver's seat, you know what I mean, in the finals. And, but, given health, like most of the time, Miami's normal issue is that they struggle with is health. Guys start to break down because they go so hard, you know what I mean, in that situation. And throughout Denver's situation, like obviously they were first majority of the season, but it was kind of like, we were waiting on them to become Purdue of the, NCAA tournament and just kind of all right, fizzle out or get an easy out in the first round or second round. And they've proved that they belong here. I mentioned that they are a team. You know what I mean? Like they are a team that sticks to what they do. They're well coached. Mike Malone and Eric Spoelstra are both two amazing coaches. And I think this is going to be a closer series than what people think. You know what I mean? Most people were, sweep. Even I joked around about being a sweep, but I still have the Nuggets in 6. But I love that Miami Heat are making this a good series and proving myself and the rest of America wrong. Well, the world, shoot, because people are in Serbia right now watching at
People in
3
Serbia are
a.m.
not gonna be happy if this goes the way of the Heat.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be
Those world champion shirts are gonna go there still.
Jovic gets a ring too. If no
Jovic,
matter who
yeah,
wins,
Jovic,
Serbia
yeah.
wins.
Oh, that's
guys.
true.
Like,
Yeah,
this is-
actually, that's a good point.
It's the Nikola
let's not-
finals.
Yeah.